You must have heard about a lot of popular video editing tools like InVideo, Vid.io, Capwing, and so on. But they all lack in a one specific thing, that is, they provide no API. But how does that matter, you think? Think of this. When you use these tools, it takes say 10 minutes to generate a video after you set up all kinds of customizations that are needed. But what if you need to create another similar video with same set of customizations? How much time will you need? Same 10 minutes, right? But what if you can get it done in 0 seconds with you spending zero efforts? Here is where API comes. Using an API, you can set up all your customizations once and then you can generate an unlimited amount of videos. Set up once and forget forever. Sounds like magic, isn't it? So today we will see how we can achieve this using a tool, Vadu AI, which allows you to generate an unlimited amount of videos using their API. So let's get started. So here is the documentation for us to get started. Initially, you need to generate an API key. So for that one, you need to click on viral.vadu.tv and go to the profile section and you can generate an API key. And similarly, you need to set up a web URL as well. The webhook URL is used to receive all the video related info once the video is generated. So let's set this up. So I've gone to the link and it is redirecting me to login. So let's log in. So I'll just pick a Google login. Once that is done, I can go to my profile section and I already have a API key, but you can generate it again. So this way you should be able to generate an API key and you can copy it. And similarly, you need to mention your webhook URL here. So I'm going to use this free tool which allows you to catch webhooks. So I have created a webhook catcher here. And if you go to this, you would be able to get the metadata of the generated video once it is generated. So this is the tool I'm using to capture the webhooks that are being posted once the video is generated. Here you can mention any custom URL. So I just mentioned Anil because that is my name, but you can mention any ID of your choice. And once you do that and click on that, so you would be redirected to that webhook URL and it would keep waiting until it gets a post request or a get request. So let's try to do that process. Now coming back to the documentation, let's see all the APIs that are available. So here are all the endpoints that are available. You can create a video or you can get a list of available voices and themes and language supported and topics and so on. So let's see the create a video endpoint. So here, as you can see, it takes these parameters, that is the topic, voice, theme, language, and duration. And based on this, you will be able to generate a video. So when you input all these parameters and also set up the API key and send a post request, you will be getting back a video ID, as you can see here. And all these things are optional. That means you can mention the topic or skip it. So if you skip it, it will pick a value random AI story. Similarly, you can mention the voice and use that particular voice, or you can skip it, then it will pick the default Charlie voice and so on. So all these are optional. So if you want, you can set them up. And you might wonder what are the values that you can keep for this. So that is where the rest of the APIs come. So here, as you can see, there is an option to get a list of all the supported voices. So you just need to make a get request to this endpoint with the API key and you'll be getting a list of all the supported voices. Same you can do with the themes and you'll be getting all the caption themes that are supported, and similarly the languages. So you can see all these languages are supported. So you can generate a video in English, Japanese, or any other languages that are mentioned here. And you can also generate on any particular topic. So these are all the topics that are available currently: random AI stories, scary stories, and so on. So now that we are clear how do the entire API things work, so let's try to see a demo. So I'm using Postman to send a get or post request for the endpoints that we have just seen. So initially I'll start with the get topics endpoint just to test it out how it works. So I have mentioned the endpoint here and I have kept the API key which I got from the previous step, and that's it. Let's do a send. So yeah, as you can see, these are all the topics that are supported: random AI stories, scary stories, and so on. So similarly, I can do it for get voices or get themes and so on. But now what I'll do is I'll try to do the video generation part, which is interesting, right? So this is the endpoint for video generation. Here, as you can see, I have not mentioned any particular parameter, but you can mention it as well, like topic is random AI story, or voice is a particular voice, like say Callum. I mean, based on whatever you have got from get voices endpoint and so on. So this way you can mention all the things that are needed for you. But yeah, you can leave them empty as well, and it would pick the default values. So let me send the API request. Okay, I have not mentioned the header. This header API key is wrong. Let me keep it properly. So there you go. I have got an VID now. So what I should do now is go back to my webhook URL and wait for the video URL to be generated. So I'll do that. So I have got the webhook request sent to my endpoint, as you can see here. Here again, it has mentioned the video ID, and along with that, it also mentions the download URL. So I can just get the URL and go to that. So that is how the entire process works. As you can see, within few clicks, you are able to generate a video using the API of Vodu AI. So I hope everyone likes the video. I will share all the relevant information in the description section. I'll keep the GitHub link and documentation and so on, so that you can go ahead and try it out. If you want more such content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you again in the next video.